Hey, what's up? What's going on? It's your girl, Mary Jane. Please like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. What's good? What's going on? We're going to be talking about the challenge, Dirty 30, season 30, episode 7. Let's talk. Well, the episode begins with Ammo, going to the hospital and him freaking out. So basically, Ammo had a nervous breakdown. He had a panic attack. He freaked out. He's not coming back to the challenge because they still have the redemption house open. So he said, due to his mental health, Ammo said he's not coming back to the 30-30. So we see that it was just way too much for Ammo to deal with. And, Tori beats Marie and the round. She beats Marie, and Tori is back in the house, and she's going after Anissa for putting her up on the chopping block. And Marie welcomes herself to the redemption house, but Ammo is not there. So it goes down like that. And we find out that, Anissa and, what is her name, Veronica, are going to hook up, and they make out and they sleep together in the bed. So we're assuming that they had sex. And then we also found out that, well, we didn't also, I guess for new people, found out that, Rachel was with, Anissa a few seasons ago. And then after that, Veronica, dated Rachel for 3 years. So now Anissa is with Veronica, but Anissa has just made enemies in the house. So it seems like Anissa has all the girls against her. Who is against Anissa? What's her name? Carla Marie. This episode, I really didn't like Carla Marie because she's acting like she's the queen, she's a don, and she's better than everybody. In my opinion, maybe it just came off that way, but it seemed like it was that way. So Carla Marie's against Anissa, Carmela's against Anissa, and Kayla's against Anissa, Tori's against Anissa, and Jenna's against Anissa, and Brett is against Anissa. So Anissa really is only episode 7, and she got all the females against her. Is it because Anissa's tough, or Anissa was running her mouth and she made enemies? So you would think that Gemma would have more enemies, but no, it's Anissa. She has more enemies because nobody knows where Anissa loyalty lies. So it's like this always happens to Anissa, where the house gang up against her all the time. Sometimes it's her fault, sometimes it's not. But in this situation, I really didn't see what Anissa did that was wrong. Because basically a lot of the girls wanted to break up, Jenna and Kayla, but it seems like Anissa is the main target for everybody, and it seems like Britt switched sides really quick. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if the house stays the way it is, or are the girls going to change up on each other, because basically it just seems like Carla Marie is running the girls. She's the head BIC in charge. And then next, Jenna's in charge too, but she's in charge on the low. You notice when all the girls got together and was talking crap about Anissa, when they was talking crap about Anissa, it was Carla Marie, it was Kayla, it was Brett, and who else was it? Brett, Kayla, and Tori. Well, when they got together and they was talking about Anissa and everything, Jenna didn't say one word. She was quiet. Kayla was talking mad junk. Britt was talking mad junk. And also, Carla Marie was the ring leader of talking mad junk. And so was Tori talking mad junk. So we'll see what happens. But let's move on. So we're going to get to, the challenge. It's going to be 5 teams. It's going to be 5 teams, 2 guys, 2 girls. And basically, they can pick any team that they want to pick. Johnny Bananas, he picked Hunter to be on his team just in case, he goes up for elimination. He'll be in the Presidio with, Hunter. And if he gets the double cross, he can vote him in. And hopefully more people on his alliance is in the Presidio, or people will put up Hunter. So Johnny Bananas also uses his brains 24/7 if he's the underdog, or if he's going up against elimination. The Pacifico the Presidio or the double cross. So we have the teams, and basically what they got to do is they have to name each challenge from 30 to 0. And you would think, CT was good. He knew the challenges. He didn't make any mistakes when they was, asking him off screen, like in his confessionals. And he was pretty good. Johnny Bananas had no idea, or Johnny Bananas could have just been faking. I don't know if Johnny Bananas wanted to lose on purpose, but seems like something that would be up Johnny Bananas under his fingertips, knowing the challenges in order. It's something that he would know, but we know Johnny Bananas is sneaky, so we'll see. And Veronica, she knew the first 10 because she's been on the challenge longer than anybody. CT's up next, and then Johnny Bananas is the third person that should have known how the challenges go. Even I should have known because I watched every single one of them. But I didn't know either. So it was crazy, but when you got CT, Carla Marie, and Carmilla on the team, most likely they're gonna win, and then you have Leroy still confessing that he's just a dirty player. He rides the vet's coattail. I'm so disappointed in Leroy, and he keeps going by, I'm just riding the vet's coattails, I'm not really doing nothing, that's why I'm a dirty player. But maybe that's the reason why you haven't won any of these challenges. You've been on here forever and you haven't won. And, I want, Anissa's old school. She's been here for a long time and I wanted her to win. But I don't know if I have the wrong idea about Veronica, because I thought Veronica was a slut box. But maybe I'm getting her confused with somebody else. It might not be her. It might be somebody else that looks just like her. I'm trying to remember who it was, but I can't. I would have to go back and watch all the challenges. So on that note, the teams are already picked, and basically they have to, whoever's going to be the brains has to put the order of from 30 to 1, how the challenges went, and they're going to be hosted by like a belt or whatever. So they have to put the names up on top of the poles. The poles are really long and tall, and basically the rest of their team is the bronze will be hosting them up and down. So like once they put one name up, pull it back so they can come down, give them, the plaque so they can put it back on the board, and they have to host it and pull it up so they can go up. So basically the bronze control how fast they get up and down the pole, putting the names on the plaque, on a beam or whatever, the tall giant beam. So basically Camilla, her team, she has, Leroy and, CT, and they're pushing her all over the place. She's hitting the wall. She's like, stop, I'm going to get hurt. And TJ, he's sitting there, he's laughing, and they're just pushing her hard back and forth. Nicole thinks it's funny. Leroy thinks it's funny or whatever, but they win. So they come number 1. Then the next team is Tony, Veronica, and Gemma and Dario. And Dario's been cool this season so far. He's been staying out of trouble, staying out of beef. He's not really acting like he has loyalty to any sides. Well, we know he's cool with Corey, Nelson, and Tony, but basically he's staying under the radar. He's not trying to get any drama. And Veronica's been under the radar, but when she hooks up with Anissa, it's like now she's a target. And it seems like Carla Marie, when she was watching Anissa and Veronica hooked up, that she was jealous, or like she was upset, like she was disgusted. It's like, come on, Carla Marie, why are you judging? Why are you hating? So I don't know what's going on with Carla Marie and her vengeance towards Veronica and Anissa. Do she want one of them? I don't know. You tell me. So then the second team up that wins is Corey, Nelson, Britt, and, Anissa. They win third place. And Anissa kind of like hurt her ankle before, was getting on the bus. And then when she jumped up to hug Corey because they came in third place, she says that she hurt her ankle again and it was wrapped and all this other stuff. And Johnny Bananas doesn't care because he knows that every Jordan, Derek, and him will be voting for Hunter if one of them picks the double cross, so they're not worried. And so now the winning team, the number 1 team, so it's what's his name, Leroy, CT, Carla Marie and Carmilla would have to vote a guy and a male in to go into the Pacifico and see what happens. And so, when they get ready, when TJ comes in to vote people in, all the guys, everyone chose Corey because Corey had a hit list. And so they put Corey up there first, and there was nobody in there, not circle, to protect Corey. And so, CT is like, yo, I put you up because you got a hit list. You coming after me, so I got to get rid of you. And so Corey also admits that, hey, I did mess up. I shouldn't have said anything about the hit list. I put my foot in my mouth. But only thing I can do now is anytime I go into the Presidio, is to beat my, opponent or whatever. So Nelson's been keeping his nose clean, though, since his last hoorah. And, so they vote Corey in. It's unanimous. And Carmilla, she votes Corey in as well because last time, the OGs gave her flack, the vets, for not putting Corey in. So this time she was like, forget it. Corey's going in because now Carmilla is worried about protecting herself. And so then Anissa is unanimous. They vote Anissa in because, Carla Marie really wants Anissa in, and Carmilla goes for it. And, what's his name? Leroy goes for it because he don't care. He's just riding the vet's coattail, and he's not going to ride, what's her name? Anissa's coattail because, everybody really consider her not a good player. But, like, in the challenge or the doom or whatever, she's really good in that. But, she always has disappointed us. She's disappointed me over and over. When I thought she always had it, she always lose. So, whatever. And, CT says, she's like a spare tire. She's like a tire with this. And now she got an ankle. We don't want her to be on our team. So Anissa's really getting shitted on like it ain't nobody's business. And so that means Jordan is out of the spotlight. Like all the heats are off of him and it's on Anissa. So it's like, it seems like Anissa should have just kept her mouth closed towards Jordan. And maybe she shouldn't have put Tori in. But if she wasn't going to put Tori in, who else could she have put in where it wouldn't have came back on her? Probably Britt. She should have put Britt in if Britt was available to be put in or whatever. Or she should have put in Nicole, but Nicole is her girl. And she didn't want to put Gemma in because she was defending Gemma the other night. But if she would have put either, Nicole, if she would have put Nicole or Gemma in the last episode, she would probably be safe this episode. Because now it seems like all the A1 players are turning on Anissa. So we'll see what happens. And so now we get to the Presidio, we get to where they're gonna battle it out, and basically it's like you have to climb up a ladder with like a bowling ball on the bottom of your ankle, which Anissa hurt her ankle, and you have to push that that bowling ball or whatever it is that's chained to your ankle against like cardboard flat to bust through it, and whoever gets to the top of the ladder and ring the bell wins. And so Anissa ends up going up against, who? She ends up going against Kayla because, what's her name? Nicole ended up picking a double cross. And of course she was going to throw Kayla in. Who else was she going to throw in? Because the house is already gunning for her. So she just kept it real and threw Kayla in. And so, Jordan, he picks the double cross and he ends up throwing Hunter in because that's just the way it goes. And so, Nelson's kind of upset with Jordan from throwing Hunter in, but it is what it is. And so now it's terrible. But Jordan also says that he knows that Hunter is going to beat Corey for facts. And we know Hunter is a very, very good player and he's very good under pressure. So, and plus he thinks that, it's that he got double crossed, the reason why Banana picked him on his team. So he feeling bad about it because Corey's his boy. So if he comes back, he has one less alliance, with Corey. And then if Corey wins, he has one less player that's in his alliance, which is, Hunter. And Hunter's a really good player and Corey's a really good player. So we'll see how these guys are able. Corey has a longer reach, but Corey does have a knee injury or a knee problem. So I don't know if he's going to be able to get up the ladder faster than Hunter because of his injury to his leg, and is that going to re-injure himself? So the two former couples, Corey and Anissa, goes into the Pacifico to the challenge, to the doom. So we'll see what happens. But we know Kayla beats Anissa, and now for the next episode, we'll see Hunter and Corey going against each other, and that should be interesting. But we know Anissa is not going home because she's supposed to be going to the Redemption House. So this is what makes it crazy. Whoever you vote in might not even go home because they're going. She should be going to the Redemption House, but they didn't show it. But we know Marie is already at the Redemption House, so Anissa has a chance to come back. So hopefully she'll work out and train while she's at the Redemption House. And we also know Carla Marie's cracking on Anissa, saying that she's out of shape, she doesn't exercise, this and that. Carla Marie thinks she's the beast, but her attitude is gonna make people change on her, or or they're gonna be timid by her and follow everything that she says, because right now she's leading the house. Her and Carmilla really leading the house, and Jenna's leading the house on the low, and Tori's leading the house on the loudest. So we'll see what happens. And Banana and the OGs are working together, and they got some of the Tony's working with the OGs as well, because he's cool with Bananas, so he might be able to skeet out longer. But I don't know if Leroy is going to be thrown under the bus, because people are going to be tired of carrying him. So we'll see what happens in the next episode. And so they said that next is Veronica. They're coming for Veronica next. The girls are coming, Carmilla, what's her name, Carla Marie and Jenna, Kayla, Britt. But mostly, Carla Marie says that, Veronica's next, and then Nicole's next. So they're going to be picking these girls one by one, because, Jenna's strong, Kayla's strong, and, Carla Marie is a beast, and Carmilla's a beast. So we'll see what happens. So anyways, until next time, peace. I'm out.